Hello there, my name's Rahel and I run a company called OudBase. And for those of you who don't know my company or have never heard of it or never seen me on YouTube or haven't seen any of the things that I've been doing, I'd just like to briefly give you an update on who I am and how long I've been doing it for. Okay, so my first encounter with Oud was in 2012 when I got married, and I happened to marry into a family that have been doing it for generations. And within my first encounter with actual oud and smelling it, I was instantly addicted to this stuff. It just absolutely blew my mind and I just could not stop smelling it. Now, fast forward a couple of years down the line, I'd gone into the wholesale business with my in-laws and as a silent partner, and purchased my first 11 kilos of Agarwood. And this is where I really started learning and really actually got into the trade. So from then onwards, it was a case of just going forwards and backwards from the UK to Dubai and learning and, you know, learning everything about the trade. So for me, it was really wanting to share my passion and love for it. And this is why I started it, the artisanal side of things in 2019. Now, prior to 2019, I knew roughly how I was going to approach the artisanal market. So what I did was I purchased my own pots, which I installed in the UAE, because that's where my base is, and that's where, you know, I have access to a lot of ingredients, a lot of different types of oud. So, and I've got the in-laws who've got distilleries in Bangladesh and in India. So for me, it just made a lot of sense to have it in Dubai. And with their help, I managed to set up my own distillery. So now it's taken me a couple of years to get to where I am now in terms of the distillery and in terms of producing Denal Oud. Now, at the moment, we're not producing high quantities. This is obviously for the high-end market. So this is real high-grade, incense-grade artisanal distillations that we're conducting at the moment. So we intend to increase our in-house production and bring you guys a lot more high-grade, incense-grade oud oils. So thank you for joining me today, and hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it gave you an idea of what our company is all about. Nice talking to you guys. Have a nice day.
Right, we're live. And
okay.
The people watching you. The camera.
Okay.
So I'll leave you to it. I think you pretty much know the drill. We've got 3 people watching. Maybe give it a couple of minutes for people to just join us, catch up with us.
Yeah.
And then the way the software works, just as a reminder, the way the software works is when someone talks, it automatically switches the screen to that person. So, for example, when I'm talking, it comes on me, and vice versa. When Rahel's talking or when Michella's talking, the camera will basically adjust to the person who's doing the talking. So I'm going to keep very silent so that my face doesn't appear on here again.
Okay.
How you doing, Michella? How's things?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Super excited.
Awesome. You have it's nice weather there?
It is. It's always nice weather here. It's too nice.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Okay, so we're live right now, right?
Excellent.
Nice. What are you burning there?
I'm burning Morocco, Indonesian. It's beautiful. It's one I'll be selling hopefully when I get back. Yeah, I'll be putting that on my website. So yeah, just getting myself hyped up for the interview.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I also got some oud of you here, some oud chips that you sent me.
Oh yeah.
I got some Hindi Murray and
Yep.
sinking Sri Lankan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Sri Lankan is, the Sri
you have it
Lankan
there?
is superb, yeah. You know, I don't have the Sri Lankan with me, no, unfortunately, no. This time around, I've only got some, I've got some Hindi here, and I've got the Moroccan, I've got three different Indonesians at the moment, yeah. So my in-laws, they're wholesalers, so yeah, I've got loads of it around me. It's just like oud heaven for me at the moment. I'm buzzing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Everywhere there's oud around you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we start the interview?
Yeah, fire away. Let's go for it.
Okay, so my first question is, when did you become a oud addict? And did you find them dirty or skanky at first?
I mean, the very first time I actually smelt it was when I was living in Brighton, and I was at the mosque and we were praying, and there was someone who had this, in all honesty, it was this kind of, I vividly remember my first thought, which was, ooh, that's disgusting. But then, seriously, like literally, I vividly remember this, and it was like 3 or 4 sniffs, and I was like, what is that smell? And in my mind, I'm trying to tell myself that's not a nice smell, but my nose is telling me it's actually there's something there. You know, this is this kind of backwards and forwards battle with my own self, you know, to actually accept the fact that I'm actually smelling something really amazing here. And by the end of like the prayer, I was searching for this person to find out what it was. So fast forward, say a couple of years later, and I found myself in my original country where I was born, and yeah, I got introduced to my wife, and her family have been doing for generations. And I remember my mother-in-law coming into the room and fumigating the room. I was thinking, what's she doing? And then she kind of, you know, started telling me about what her family do. And then she gave me a smell of the dental oud that she had, and it was instant. For me, it was like instant. It's such an amazing smell. I was addicted to it straight away. I literally bought like, you know, 100 ml, which is roughly about the size of this one here, or a bit more than that. Yeah, like
awesome.
Straight away. Seriously, I was just like, I love this stuff. Didn't know what the hell I was going to do with it, because I knew I couldn't. You can't really, like, you know, this is the thing, and at the time, you know, now obviously it's different. In the Middle East, you can get away wearing stuff like this, you know, but obviously in the UK or in Holland, you get a little bit self-conscious, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with the, like, the stuff that haven't really been distilled properly, or shall I say, you know, the stuff that's, you know, been soaked for too long. They kind of have that aromatic kind of smell, you know? Whereas the stuff that I'm working on at the moment and the ingredients that I'm using, you won't really get so much of that. But then having said that, a lot of perfumers do like the aromatic kind of smell. You know, they really like it for their ingredient, for their perfumes, especially natural perfumers, you know?
Yeah, true. Okay, so I have also a oil from you, this one. I don't remember the name, but I like this one because it's not animalic at all. So is this the one then that isn't distilled for a long time, or? Yes.
So this one is it's the first distillation of the week sort of thing. So it has more of a kind of top note. So you won't get so much of a base with that one, and that's why it's so floral and light. Papua Archipelago, right? That's the one, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This one has I didn't get it as first, but you have sent me what it smells like, and it has a banana peel in it, in this one.
Yeah, it has a slight green tone to it, which I kind of relate to a banana peel. Yeah, someone mentioned that once to me, and I was like, yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that was also a question of mine. So because I was like, how does the smell of banana peel come in there? Is there something you put in like leaves or anything to the oil to have a different kind of smell, or is this just pure oud?
This is pure oud. This is the thing, right? Look, this is my own, right? And some of my videos are going to be coming out very shortly. And like I said, I've been doing it since officially from 2014, where I did my first deal and my first trade with my in-laws. But prior to that, obviously, been smelling it for ages, since 2012. And ultimately, it doesn't matter how many years you've been, smelling it and knowing your oils and all this kind of stuff, it will never beat the very fact that when you make your own oil, when you make your own oil and with your own hands, it's that 1% of doubt that you ever had about oud is gone, because that's when you realize, wow, actually, it does smell. This has like 150 different molecules in it, and different components in this one single oil from one particular tree. This is why it's so mind blowing. This is why it's so mind blowing. This is why you get all these different notes. And I know a lot of people out there, they don't believe all those different notes. That how can one tree have all these different notes? But that's the miracle of the Aculera tree. It's a mind blowing thing, and in a lot of ways, it's a spiritual ingredient. Hence why a lot of the religions, from Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, even Christianity, all kind of have used it in some form or another. So yeah, it's a mind blowing ingredient. I love it. I'm totally addicted to it.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I'm getting into oud more and more and more, because the first time I smelled it, I was like, oh, skanky, it doesn't smell nice.
Yeah.
But the whole time I kept digging into it, and I was trying to, what am I smelling? What am I smelling? And the whole time it kept changing and changing. And I was like, because also here in the Netherlands, oud is not, or you need to know someone who knows about oud. But I was like, why do I like this? I'm not supposed to like this, because normal people are into normal fragrances, and you're already a little bit weird if you're getting into niche fragrances, because that's also weird. And then like oud is like more levels up, for me. So I was like, why do I like this? I'm not supposed to like this because it's not nice, but actually it is. It is really nice, because it kept changing and changing, and I like to blend it with all my perfumes as well. And that was also a question of mine. Do you blend your oils with normal perfumes? Do you do that?
Yes, I do, and only because that in the Middle East I wouldn't really do so much, because I'm not so self-conscious about wearing it. Whereas like in the UK, definitely, if I'm like, if I have to use public transport, for instance, or wherever, then I'll definitely use a normal Western fragrance, and then kind of, because I'm an addict, you know what I mean? I have to have some kind of mood in there, that's mainly for that. But yeah, I do. I mean, I've mixed it with Ajmal's Amber Oud, and that came out really nice.
Okay.
And I've actually done a video on that. That's one of my old videos that I did. It got quite a few views as well. But yeah, and that was a really good blend. And then the other one was Al Hamane's, which was, I've forgotten the name of Al Hamane's one, but it was very similar to Creed Avensis. I think it was a clone. So
Adventure.
What I did was I mixed that with the Sri Lankan, because it was another light fragrance, So the Sri Lankan is far more lighter than most of the other ouds. So yeah, I do. I love it.
Okay, yeah, amazing. Because that I also do that, because indeed here in the Netherlands, normal people don't know anything about oud, and I don't want them that they think that I smell weird or something like that. So but I always want to wear oud. I wear oud like every day, just as you say, I swipe it or I put it somewhere. But now I do a lot of blending it. So I put it somewhere and then another fragrance over it, and then people like it a lot. Also, if it's with a normal designer fragrances, all these people are asking me like, "Oh, Michella, what are you wearing? It's amazing." And then
Yeah.
I tell them about the oud and the designer one, and then they're like, oh, but you make it much better. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, I mean, this is why, you know, a lot of perfumers love this this stuff, you know, because it is something that is super unique, like I said. And the other thing is what as well, and this is where, you know, nowadays a lot of synthetics are used, and so it's nice to have something natural on your skin as well as something, shall I say, more Western as well, kind of mixing it up just to calm the oud down a little bit. Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Exactly. Okay, next question. What is your favorite type of oud to wear? What's your favorite type of oud oil? What's your favorite?
That all depends on my mood and where I am. Right now, it's the Sri Lankan that I've got, which is it's a mind-blowing Sri Lankan because it's used. We literally made it from really high-grade incense wood chips, you know. So yeah, this one at the moment is blowing my mind, blowing my socks, as well as a Hindi that we made as well, which again is, and I don't know if I have enough to send you a sample, but this one is not like any Hindi you've ever smelled. I promise you that much. So those two are the ones that I'm actually like head over heels with at the moment. So all these things change, to be quite honest. But in terms of wood, I would say Hindi is my favorite agar wood to burn. Yeah.
Okay.
To burn, I always come back to Hindi. There's something about Hindi wood that's, you know, that all the others just don't have. It's this oomph, you know. It just gives you a deeper feeling and a you know, deeper presence. It hangs in the air far longer, and then the top note is superb. So yeah, that's what I'd say about my favorite.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have one Indie oud oil, and it is the strongest of all the oils that I got. So maybe it is Hindi the strongest of all the oils.
I mean, again, it depends on how it's been distilled. I suppose if you do it like for like in terms of soaking, yeah, I'd say Hindi would probably outbeat all of them in terms of strength. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. How did you become a oud artisan?
Well, I don't really like to call myself an artisan. I mean, I'm not an artist. I'm definitely not an artist.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if people perceive me as that's fine, but I'm not an artist, nowhere near that. I'm just a student of this amazing ingredients, and I love it, and I like to learn more and more about it. Hence why I'm on this crazy journey of distilling my own. So yeah, that's where I would say I'm at.
Okay. Let's see. Were you always into fragrances before your love of oud?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I was, yes. I mean, ultimately, I could say to you, yeah, my fragrance journey started with, you know, Yves Saint Laurent Jazz or Calvin Klein Obsession in the late 80s. Oops, I think I'm showing my age now, but but actually, that's not where my fragrance journey started. And like I said before, my fragrance journey actually started was with oud in 2012. That's when my fragrance journey really started, because this ingredient really it motivates me in so many ways. So yeah, this definitely is something that has serious power.
Okay. Oh, nice. All right. What kind of oud oils do you prefer on women or your wife?
That's a good one. I wish my wife would wear a Hindi, but she'd never wear a Hindi. No way.
Oh.
No, she would never wear a Hindi. No way. That, I think, for me, Hindi has it's like pheromones. You know, Hindi's one of those oils that initially you will shun it. You're just like, oh, that's so disgusting. But once you get into oud, you'll find that Hindi is one of those oils that has that, like I said before, it has an extra layer of something. You know, it gives you a deeper, it has a deeper presence, you know, and a deeper effect each time you smell it. So that's what I'd say about Hindi.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does your wife wear oud oils? Does she wear something, or doesn't she like it at all?
She says she likes it, but only because her, you know, her family been doing it for generations. But she's not a fanatic like me when it comes to, no way. She's okay with it. She doesn't hate it, but it's not something that she's like, you know, crazy about like myself. No. Yeah. She definitely doesn't like it the way you like it. No. I'd agree. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting then. Yeah, because you're into oud and you sell oud and everything like that, and then your wife doesn't like to wear it. But maybe indeed, like how you say, she is in oud for generations, so maybe it's a normal thing for her.
She loves to burn it. She definitely loves to burn
yeah.
it. But in terms of the oils and stuff like that, yeah, she's not the biggest fan of, especially Hindi. She definitely doesn't like Hindi that much. I can tell you that now. That's one oil I would prefer her to wear, but there you go.
Okay. And how many oud fragrances do you got in your own collection?
Oh, I really couldn't tell you. I've got loads.
Loads.
Yeah, loads. More samples than anything else at this present moment, you know. So yeah, way up above 100 easily. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, it keeps going, and they keep coming in, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And where do you get your oud from?
So it's from a number of countries. Predominantly the stuff that I'm selling is with my in-laws is Hindi oud. So it's a lot of it would come from India and Bangladesh. The other stuff like Indonesia, Sri Lanka, all those places. Yeah, Malaysia, Thailand, places like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where does your favorite oud comes from? Thailand? The Thai
No,
one?
my favorite is Hindi. So that's Indian. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm a
nice.
bit biased. I am a bit biased in my choice of favorite oud, but I don't know. Would I still have that kind of opinion if I was selling, I don't know, Thai? I probably would, because I go by what I'm really attracted to in terms of smell, in terms of burning oud anyway. But yeah, it'll definitely be Hindi wood chip without a doubt. Yeah.
Okay. And I had a question on here, like, do you like to burn oud? And I see you burning oud right there. So what is your most favorite oud chips that you burn? And what was your first one that you started with?
The very first one was Hindi, but the first purchase I made was from Indonesia. So Kalimantan, I had like a kilo of that was given to me by my in-laws, and I slowly burnt each piece over a number of months. And seriously, to this day, it's still you know, you can't find a wood chip that is identical to the next. You know, there's always going to be slightly different notes from one to the other. You know, so yeah, it's my first one was Indonesian. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Question, but there you go.
Yeah. And I had a question in here, but we've already talked about that. Like, in oud oils are sometimes notes like chocolate, banana, or tea, and you said that it really is only the oud from the oud oil from the tree, and that there's actually no chocolate or banana things in there. But how do you get it then? How do you smell that?
Yeah, it's again, like I said, it's got 150 different compounds in there. So, you know, ultimately we don't know exactly how these things come about, but it's obviously, it depends on the soil, and you know, depends also sometimes on the distillation. But like for instance, oud from Bangladesh has this kind of chocolatey note to it, you know, and that also varies again, like I said, with distillation and the types of arga wood. Sometimes you can get arga wood that have been nailed to get infection, to inoculate it with nails, and that can affect the smell as well. So again, it's also depends on the type of inoculation used sometimes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, we've also talked about it. Do people like oud where you live, or do you need to teach them about it? Do you teach people about oud where you live? Because I do that in the Netherlands. Do you also do that in the UK with strangers?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like this is one of the main reasons why I started my YouTube channel. It was you know, to actually share the knowledge of oud to people, and my appreciation for it, and really kind of, for me, it's, I just don't understand why people don't like oud. I don't understand why they're not burning it. This stuff is like super amazing for your mental health, you know, for your emotional health, for meditation. It's you know, this is considered a medicine in some of these Eastern countries, you know. So for me, it just blows my mind. So yeah, this is I'm you know, big promoter of oud without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, for many benefits, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Yeah, me too. I'm diving more and more into them. It's so amazing. Also, this one that you have sent me, I've never smelled such a thing like that. Well, just today, because I also got the lighter ones like this one, but this was really the first one that was just pleasant at first sniff, and not so hard or animalic at all. So it's very interesting. Okay. Is there a special oud oil you got in your collection that you almost don't want to use because you can't get it anymore?
Yeah, there is.
Which one?
And it's like, I've literally got like a tiny bit of it. It's like the bottom of, yeah, it's like the bottom of one of these bottles. And it was Khao Yai one that I purchased when I went to Thailand, which, you know, to this day just blew my mind. I mean, Nadeem got to smell it as well, so yeah, he knows the one I'm talking about. There's no way of me getting the same one again. This is the thing about ouds, you know, you get certain batches, and you know, yes, they all kind of have similar smells, but each batch is slightly unique to a different batch, you know. So yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to get that, but I still got it. I still have that kind of, probably about 2 or 3 drops in there, but every now and then I'll have, have a little dab, you know. So yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna use it, or are you just gonna keep it to sniff once in a while?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'd love to use it, but I can't. No, it's only literally like 2 or 3 wipes, and it's gone. You know, so yeah, I keep it more for reference than anything else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. I also wouldn't use it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. And I think I already know the answer on this, but are you always on the hunt for the next oud gem?
Absolutely. I mean, who isn't? Ask any oud trader or someone who's into oud. They're always looking for that. This is the thing. When you get into oud, you start becoming, you know, a real. You wish you could become a collector, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I also trade it, you know, because it's something that I want around me all the time. And you know, if I don't think you know, if I'm not selling, I don't think I could be. I could afford to have it around me all the time, you know. So, you know, it's one of those things. I feel like a drug dealer right now.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, well,
and in a way, it is. In a way, it's so addictive. It has that effect, you know. But yeah, not that addictive.
No, exactly. you can stop if you want to. But okay, how do you spot fake oud oils or fake oud chips? How can you spot that?
Well, there's a number of things. You just got to know what kind of you know, manipulations are being done in general. So the basic stuff is varnish, coloring, glue.
Yeah.
Those are the three. Yeah, those are the three basics. And then the real, you know, the real, how can I say, the difficult stuff to really spot. And you got to know, you got to really know your wood. It's all coming from Indonesia, and that's like these kind of fake sinking grade wood, which is super. They're like massive logs, you know. But there is a particular breed of a particular tree that has similar smells to hardwood, but it doesn't have a base smell and it doesn't have the top note. But when you look at it, it looks, and you know, if you take a little chip off of it and you burn it, it has that smell, but it's not oud, it's not hardwood. So those are the ones that are really hot. So you got to be super careful when you're buying. And to be honest, I wouldn't buy.
I can't hear you anymore. You're cutting off. Can you still hear me?
Kind of really. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you cut off. I couldn't hear your story.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, now I can see you sometimes, and then it stops again. Hello?
I'm just going to interject and just say that I think we've run out of time anyway, so it's pretty good timing that the the bandwidth issue started. Did we I could hear in the background because I was talking to Matt and Marcus at the same time while the interview was going on, but I got the impression that it was pretty, you know, the bandwidth was pretty good throughout the interview. I think it's just right at the end that it got a bit funny.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
So I think we're lucky that we've got anything out of out to Dubai, because I tested the connection yesterday and it was terrible. It was unusable. So the fact that, you know, Rahel managed to stay on for this long and talk for this long is pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're also out of time right now. So you're gonna go on to the next one.
Yeah, sorry to just you know, interject and come in like this, but I'm trying to keep a tab on time.
Yeah, no problem at all. I was also waiting for you to like come. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep continuing until he comes.
Yeah, I want to again, I think on behalf of everyone, really thank you for you know, sort of collaborating with us.
Yeah, no problem. I liked it.
Yeah, I hope that you've sort of picked up some things about oud maybe that you weren't aware of before.
Yeah, I did. I learned a lot today.
Great, and I'm hoping that, you know, when I share the video with you, that maybe your viewers can really sort of gain some knowledge as well about, you know, artisanal oud and how the vendors work and what it's all about, really, because I think it's quite a bit of a dark art, a bit of a secret, really. It's not something that many people discuss, so we're trying to shine light on, you know, things that go on behind the scenes within, you know, in the world of oud. So hopefully this video sort of goes somewhere in showing that, really.
Yeah, no, I hope so too. Yeah, share it with me and I'll put it on my channel.
Great. Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Take care, and I'll start a new stream, and we'll continue with the next interview, which is with myself, I think.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You.